Hi English learners, and welcome to English with Stuart. Of course, my name is Stuart, and today in the class we're going to have a look at the difference between speak and talk. Or rather, what are the similarities? Because in fact these verbs are very similar. But more importantly, we're going to have a look at the prepositions that we use with these verbs. Okay? So, before I get started, if you're new to this video or to my videos, please click like and subscribe. I'm sure you'll find some very useful videos in my catalogue of videos here on this channel. So, let's start. Speak, talk. And what is the difference? Well, on the surface, there's not a great difference. Not a big difference at all. I spoke to my brother yesterday. I talked to my brother yesterday. It's the same action. And there's not any variation between it. However, as a native speaker, I can hear a subtle difference. And that difference is, if I spoke to my brother yesterday, then perhaps the conversation was a little more serious than if I talked to my brother yesterday. It shows a little bit more intent. And it shows a little bit more formality. Although speak isn't a particularly formal verb. Obviously talk isn't a particularly casual verb. They are fairly equal. One big difference is to speak at a meeting. Now, if you're in a business meeting, you're probably going to use the verb speak rather than the verb talk because you have more important communication than just casually talking. Also with speak, you speak things, you speak languages, you don't talk languages, you speak languages. So talk is more often used when you are talking to a person. So let's look at the prepositions because that's the most important part here. Now, when particularly Spanish people, and that's the bulk of my students, the majority of my students are Spanish. So when they start learning English, they very naturally say, I speak with, or I talk with, because obviously in Spanish is hablar con. The preposition con, of course, translates into English as with. Although prepositions don't translate very well between languages, but that is for another video. So, why do we use to in English most commonly with speak? Speak to someone, talk to someone, and the reason is this. It depends on the context of the conversation. You see, the preposition in English to is a directed preposition. An action is directed in a specific direction. So if I start a conversation, I'm speaking to someone. And that's why we use the preposition to, because I started the conversation is directed to someone. However, can we use the preposition with? Now, I know a lot of teachers will often say, no, you can't say speak with or talk with, but in fact you can. And it's not common, but it's used when a conversation is equal. And what I mean by equal is that the conversation didn't have a clear person who started the conversation. There isn't a clear position on who started the conversation. Normally a casual conversation, you just sit there and talking with your friend, and then you can say, I am talking with my friend. If you're talking to your friend, it's because you have started the conversation with an intention of communication on a specific conversation or topic. You would never say, I need to speak with the boss about my holiday. You'd say, I need to speak to, because you're starting a conversation with clear direction and clear point. And that's the difference between speak with and speak to. Are there any other prepositions you can use? Yeah, you could say talk at. But that's not something very nice. If I talk at you, it means that I am taking the superior point, because the preposition at, often used with verbs, means that you are not a happy participant. The complement person, the other person receiving the action, is not happy receiving the action. So if I'm talking or speaking at you, it's because I am talking like this and you are not happy to listen to me. Maybe I am telling you off. There's a great phrasal verb, to reprehend. I'm telling you, don't do that, that's not nice. That is talking at someone. But again, the most common preposition with speak and talk is speak to, talk to. So I hope today's video has helped you understand that not only is speak and talk very similar, that really speak is only used when you're speaking languages in terms of the difference between speak and talk. You can use speak and talk for most things, but the difference is we speak languages, we don't talk languages. So you need to speak with that particular concept and context. And of course, I hope today helped looking at the different prepositions that we can use with these two verbs. So stay tuned for more videos on this channel, and I will see you very soon.